I recently witnessed two upcoming artists go viral through two totally different genius content strategies that earned both of them 2 million streams on their songs within 1 month. And I'm going to break down exactly how they did it and why it worked. Now, the first strategy might be pretty easy for you to copy or at least take heavy inspiration from, but the second one, not so much. You might have to compromise your morals a little bit. Anyways, first up we have Rayusi. He implemented a new experimental vocal technique, which I'm sure many people are going to compare to Lil Yachty, what he did with Poland. I took the walk. But it definitely has an original flair to it. Fire, super angelic, and it has the dancey drums to it. So how do you market it? Well, Rayusi is a young genius. And he thought to himself, wow, it kind of sounds like I'm rapping into a fan like we all used to do when we were kids. So he posted this on Instagram Reels. That's it. No fancy lighting, no fancy cameras. Just grab the iPhone, came up with a good idea, let it rip. 250,000 likes and 2 million views on Instagram Reels. Now, as soon as he posted this, I was already following him, and I posted on my Instagram story and I just said, genius marketing, Rayusi did it first, because I thought that people would just start using that vocal effect and steal it from him. Like, I thought it would become a trend. Now, why did this work from a content perspective? Well, the reason why it worked is also the same reason why it might not work for you. Rayusi was able to successfully tap into the nostalgia factor, right? Tap into something that we can all relate to. If you can find something that is extremely relatable and somehow apply it to your song, you have a recipe for virality, because obviously it's shareable. I think whenever you make a piece of content promoting your music, you have to think about, is this something I would send to my buddy? Because I know all of you be sending memes and whatever. You send whatever you find on your Instagram feed, you send it to your friends, and then you like it or react to it or maybe talk about it in the DMs. This is something where even if you don't even like the song, you'd probably send it to somebody and be like, yo, maybe your brother or sister, yo, remember when we used to do this when we were kids? So, you know, there's a chance that a significant portion of the people weren't even really interested in the song, but they shared it. And then obviously that gets people who will actually be interested in the song to go and stream it. I feel like a lot of upcoming artists base their content around, I just want to get people to like this song, when you should really be saying, I want to get people to like this content. It's an unfortunate game. It's a necessary evil that you have to do. And if you're saying, oh, I don't want to be a content creator, I just want to make music, that's cool, bro. Do you. I'm here for the people that want to actually make content and give themselves a chance to blow up. Just the idea that you're only going to post a high quality visual and people are going to share it just because they think the song is really good is just low. At the same time, if you do try a content strategy that is extremely relatable, it could fall flat because it's just not that unique. So I think the key recipe here was that Rayusi had something unique in the song, which was his vocal presence. That was unique. The song was inherently unique, and then the content marketing was extremely relatable. So you could do the inverse, which is like, you know, make a song with super generic lyrics that everyone can relate to, you know, demons in my head, I'm so sad, or pull up on your block and air it out, you know, all of your favorites, fast car, NASCAR, you know, the stuff that you're writing about. And then your marketing is something crazy, like you're swallowing a goldfish and then spitting it up in the air and catching it in your hand and slapping your grandmother with it. I don't know. And I think the most important part is, instead of getting comfortable, Rayusi just kept his foot on the gas and started posting on Instagram Reels every other day, either the same exact video or implement a new top text caption to snag viewers' attention. And no, not necessarily all of them worked, but I mean, shit. 320K, 530K, 110K. We got when an earthquake happens, but your session's not done. When you're recording, but a fan wants a feature. That's funny. Just recorded a song with my fan. This was the second caption that actually blew up bigger than the first one. And he was basically leaning into the idea that your friend, you know, somebody that you're riding in a car with, has really shitty speakers. And again, I don't know if this is strategic or not, but I feel like him wearing the wife beater and him wearing the pajamas just makes him look a little bit more relatable. Makes him look like, okay, he's really just some kid grinding, and a lot of sort of normal people on the internet can connect with that. Maybe that's just actually how he dresses. Maybe that had nothing to do with it, but it is just something I picked up on. This is January 16th, so this is like 2 weeks after he posted the first one. So you can just see he's being really consistent. And he actually tried to go with this like Temu AirPods type of thing, like leaning on the fact that the AirPods that you got were broken, or, you know, you got some boof speakers or something like that. I want to say he actually posted a lot more than what he's reflecting. I think maybe he deleted some of the ones that didn't perform as well. He might have even been posting every single day. Funny enough, you would think, oh, this probably crushed on TikTok, but it actually didn't, at least compared to Instagram Reels. It seemed like he was posting way more consistently on TikTok, but as you can see, we got 116K, 64K, 12, 20, 34, 10, less than 10, 25K, 3K. It didn't really hit as hard, which is interesting, because it even questions what I may or may not know about marketing. And it's that I focus a lot of time marketing songs on TikTok, and maybe I need to spend more time on Instagram Reels, because Ray Uzi's a perfect example of something that totally worked, went well above and beyond on Instagram Reels and didn't hit as hard on TikTok. And as you can see, Clay Hart has 2 million streams, and it was dropped January 10th. But I'd be willing to bet that the reason why this has 2 million streams is because he got that huge clout stimulus stream package from Instagram. Probably was streaming 80 to 150 to maybe 200,000 streams per day. He let it sit for a while and then is going to let the Spotify algorithm just take it and run with it. However, our next subject for today actually came up with the marketing, or at least knew what was going to go viral before the song was even finished. Here we go.
I fuck so much pussy, I might switch to bussy. The bitch is Asian and I call her for some sucky.
What did he say? I'm not going to repeat those lyrics, so I'll just let you read them. That's an insane way to start a song. I think we can all agree. Now, I'm not Asian, but I'm not sure that they use this word to describe each other as friends. Like, I'm pretty sure that's just exclusively a racial slur. I'm not 100% sure. Definitely very controversial to start the song with a racial slur, but he's Asian, so he can do that, right? But obviously, this is the line that got everybody talking. He has, I'm just gonna say it, all right? He's had so much girls, he wants to switch to fucking dudes in the ass. I mean, that's what it is. Well, he said he might. He didn't say that he will. He really doubled down on this shit. He said, Badussy aroma all up on my sofa. And if you don't know what Badussy is, it's a guy's ass, basically. That's what it is. So, I mean, he went for it, you know? He went for it. Now, if that's your thing, listen, I'm not judging. I do know Eric Pritt. I don't think that is his thing. I think that this was just a joke, but I mean, even if it was, it's all good. There's no hate, but I think it's very clear why we all are shocked by this lyric and why it's particularly something interesting and funny to talk about. Not many people were like mad at the lyric by any means. They were just kind of saying like, what? Top comments. You might switch to what? Y'all not hearing him though. That is not a bar. It's a bar, but at what cost? That's my favorite one. A bar, but at what cost? Also, just a nice little touch in this video that people did pick up on was him holding the ramen noodles and just kind of holding it like it's a cup of lean or some drink or whatever. Obviously leaning more into the Asian stereotype, and he also has some of his boys in the background, and I feel like a lot of people associate the color red with Asia, particularly China, because of a lot of the Chinese architecture with the red roofs. Or maybe that's Japanese, I don't know. Maybe I'm way off here, but it seems like he did have a level of detail, level of intent, where from a branding perspective, from the imagery, he was fully intentional. There was no accidents here. The reason why this worked, we all know why. It's just shocking, right? There's no way that a straight alpha rapper, right? Because rappers are presumably alpha, presumably womanizers who fuck a lot. He even says he is. In fact, he fucks so much that he might want to try dudes. And, you know, Gen Z is pretty open-minded, so Eric knows his audience, but now you kind of have the clash of two totally different opinions where hip-hop is notoriously homophobic and alpha and womanizing, and you're basically having a rapper that is claiming that, but then is like, but maybe I'd try, but maybe I'd try, boys. So it's kind of like, it is a joke, but maybe some people who take it seriously are like, I don't really fuck with that. Like, some of you, it's not like you're homophobic or anything, but you're like, I just genuinely wouldn't say that. I haven't talked to Eric, so I don't really know what his thought process was, but I don't think it's really all that deep for him. But it might be that deep for other people. It just comes down to like, if you don't go viral and you say some shit like that or you do it, then it's like, shit, I tried to be like funny or tried to be silly and then it just didn't work. So when it does work, you look like a genius, but when it doesn't work, you just kind of look like an idiot. Or maybe not, I don't know. And although all you see here on his TikTok is just this one post and then another, this was cross-posted by so many people, so many reactors on TikTok. Rap Instagram pages were posting it. Also, by the way, if you thought 4 million views was a lot, again, Instagram Reels came in to save the day and show us all that maybe we should just be focusing there. 30 million views. 30 million views. Do you know how fucking hard it is to get 30 million views? I know you guys are like used to talking numbers with Mr. Beast or whatever. We're so numb to numbers, but 30 million is insane. And the amount of value that will bring a small artist is, people would pay thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars for that amount of views, and Eric just got it. So Eric's song was actually released a month after Reusi's, looks like 20 days after, and it has more streams, just a little bit more, 2.3 million. But I think the most important thing to factor in is that although Eric's production was a little bit better in terms of video production, he had a nicer camera and a little bit more of a setup, a little bit more intent, but still, ultimately it's just posting on Instagram Reels, posting on TikTok, and just letting the algorithm do its thing. And if you're an upcoming artist out there, or you're a manager, or you're just somebody who wants to learn about marketing music, I recently launched a music marketing newsletter called Tuned In, where every single week I give you my best marketing advice and content strategies that you can straight up steal from me. Like, I'm encouraging that you read it and just steal and just do exactly what I say, because I firmly believe that it will help you grow your music. So sign up today using the link in the description, and I'll see you all in the next video.